Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Badgers will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flores. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UCLA's offense will go on the attack first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. New set of downs after the completion. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Bruins come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got it out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
Snap in the shotgun. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football. David, this guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
Breaks into the open. Spins away from the defense. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
And that's what makes this offense so dynamic. It's his running ability, and I love them going option here. He's hoping the defense is going to give him a look that forces him to keep the football. And how about his ability in the open field, generating a massive explosive play on that option run?
Here comes the heat. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So his quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Grab near the sticks. It's Griffin. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. Run in the red zone. It's Dupree. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Get it out on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means third and long. Third and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There he goes. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Might as well give it to him again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, in the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Bruins come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Caught near the sticks, it's Cox. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds a little space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allow...
Turning it on! He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Bruins will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Off the play fake. And he is snowed under. 7.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bruins. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Badgers can really attack on this second and short. Looking to pass, it's Edwards. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Holds it in on the left. Touchdown, Badger. Once he got some room, it was...
Quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
He'll start the return inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Power football with the run. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Under fire. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Grabbed in the middle. It's Matthews. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the right. Got his man. Wide open on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Edwards. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Shoots it to the left. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
He said he would be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be caked from 21 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That brings him to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Caught in the backfield, it's Anthony. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. From the gun, give on the inside. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The Bruins in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Berger. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Knocked off his feet.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Might be looking to run. Grab near the marker. It's Flores. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up here.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Snagged in the middle. It's Dupree. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? The run to the left. Runs through the tackle. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8-clap in a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Berger. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the grab. Good pickup. A little bit short of the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. This time they'll go to the running game. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Throwing on the run. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. The sure hands, it's Anthony. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Badgers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Got his man on the right. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. And the Bruins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that 4th down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big 4th down conversion.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way.
It's caught, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Breaks into the open. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, UCLA! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Edwards. He wants a big play here late. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Ballard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. With the catch, it's Dupree. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.